Ahoy mateys! So, after reviewing 5 Assassin's Creed games in a row, I thought it was time to break the routine by reviewing another Assassin's Creed game. But boy is it worth it! So, grab your parrots and anchors away for Assassin's Creed Black Flag. We start off with Abstergo Entertainment several years after the end of Assassin's Creed 3, where they're using the now dead Desmond's brain to find ancient artifacts and use any other memories they find to turn into video games. You play a random employee at Abstergo Entertainment searching through memories of one of Desmond's ancestors to make a video game based on it, unaware of the Templars' ulterior motives. This time you dive into the memories of Edward Kenway, who became a privateer to support his wife, only for his wife to leave him, and the British government to withdraw their support towards the privateers, forcing him to become a pirate. And now it's for a bit of history. What is the difference between a pirate and a privateer? Pirates basically steal from whoever they want to, while privateers are contracted by countries' governments to steal from the ships and supplies of their enemies. In Ed's case, he was contracted by the British government to steal from Spanish ships, only for the British and Spanish to call a truce. Anyway, Ed kills a member of the Assassin's Creed and finds documents on him about a job that the assassin was doing, so decides to pretend to be the assassin to get the reward for himself. Edward arrives at the rendezvous, only to find out that the assassin that he's pretending to be had switched sides and was planning to give the item in fact he was delivering to the Templars. One of the Templars being Woodez Rogers, who surprisingly I found out actually used to live in my hometown. Weird that. The Templars are trying to find a place called the Observatory. To find the Observatory, the Templars have captured a person who's part of a long line of people connected to the first civilization referred to as the Sage, only for the assassins' attack giving a chance for the Sage to escape. Edward overhears the Templars say that the observatory will allow them to spy on anyone in the world, and Edward thinks he can use this to his advantage. However, the Templars find out he's an imposter and lock him away, only for him to escape. So he breaks other prisoners free, steals a boat that he dubs the Jackdaw, and sets off to find the Sage, get to the observatory first, use its power to blackmail people and get himself rich. Not terribly honourable, but then again, he is a pirate. Along the way, he undergoes tasks like doing jobs for the Creed and teaming up with famous pirates like Anne Bonny and the infamous Blackbeard. On occasion, you cut back to the character you're playing as at Abstergo Industry, where you get missions to hack into Abstergo's database and give that information to Desmond's 2 surviving friends to help the Creed. Also, Juno shows up to tell the employee that she needs all the artifacts to become whole again. Ed finally catches up with the Sage, only to find that he's become the now renowned pirate Black Bart. Yes, that was a real pirate. The 2 team up to find the observatory, only for Black Bart to double-cross him and hand him over to the Templars. Fortunately for Ed, unlike most of the pirates of the Golden Age, gets saved by the Assassin's Creed on the conditions that he stops both the Templars and Black Bart. Edward catches up with Black Bart and kills him on ship, then kills Woodez Rogers on the same day that the British government fired him from being the governor of the Bahamas. Sucks for Woodez. Then Edward kills the head of the Templars in the observatory, preventing their plan for worldwide surveillance. Well, for the next 400 years at least. Edward then receives a message that he has a daughter. We cut back to the playable character who wakes from the Animus only to get almost killed by the modern day Sage, who is using both the Creed and the Templars to find out where all the artifacts are so he can rebuild Juno. Then he's immediately gunned down by the Templars. After recovering, the employee then goes back into the Animus to see Edward finally unite with his daughter. After seeing her, he decides to quit being a pirate, go back to England and help raise and take care of her. We cut forward a few years later to see Edward in a theatre having remarried and now having a son named Hathan. Hathan Kenway, we meet again! The gameplay is a lot more smooth and refined than the previous games, and combat feels less sluggish and clunky and more of a viable option now. Well, since both the swashbuckling nature of both the game and its main protagonist seems fair. Hathan has 2 hidden blades, 2 swords. No, not that one, you idiot! He can hold up to 4 guns at one time, presumably to compensate for the terrible reload time. A smoke bomb, blow darts of both the sleeping and frenzy variety, and a grappling hook he can use to either trip up his enemies or suspend them and hang them from high places. Being a pirate-themed game, it also means you come with your own ship, similar to the one from Assassin's Creed 3, but a lot more refined gameplay-wise, and have full free control over where it goes, which means you can go around anywhere and plunder British and Spanish ships to your leisure. You can also search for and find treasure, assassinate targets, do missions for the Creed, collect memory fragments, steal ships, and use those ships to plunder trade routes. You can also collect sea shanties and have your crew sing them while you sail. I could do a rendition, but I feel that this episode is long enough as it is. Music is very fitting for the theme and atmosphere of the game, and the graphics are very good at rendering places such as tropical forests, desert islands, run-down shanty towns, and Mayan temples. The overworld is massive. I mean, true, mostly it's filled with water and you do have to sail there, but think of it as a more violent, mature version of the Wind Waker. This game does a decent job of continuing the story of the series, while simultaneously standing out on its own really well. I think I agree with most people that this is the best Assassin's Creed game so far. And now that I'm finished with the review, time for me to sing a song that you all expected. Do what you want cause the pirate be free, you are fuck move! Huh? What? Where am I? What a name of tonal shifts going on here?
Hello, my eternal nemesis. At least this world's version. I am the Man of Sorrows.
Who are you? The Phantom of the SS?
Your attempts at humour matter not, for soon you shall be dispatched. As soon as you are gone, I shall sow the seeds of suffering upon this world and bring forth an era of eternal despair!
Huh? What? Sorry. Your speech was so boring and it's so dark here, I sort of fell asleep. Well, good go. Magic subject time.
Did you not think I wouldn't be prepared for that? Do you remember this little trinket?
Oh yeah, totally forgot about that thing.
Now, let the era of suffering begin! What is this?
Ah, Mr. Cuddles, I wonder where he got to. Here's my chance to escape. Magical Fabergé egg, take me somewhere else.
You think this is over, my nemesis? It is only just begun.
Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, early in the morning. What will we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, early in the morning.
You play a random...
Ah! What is this?
No.